In a shocking turn of events, Tun Dr Mahathir Mohamad is now interim Prime Minister after quitting this morning as both PM and Bersatu chairman. According to a statement by Chief Secretary to the government, Datuk Muhammad Zuki Ali, the palace has accepted his resignation. However, it has asked him to stay on at least until a new premier and a new cabinet are appointed. Mahathir's resignation from the two posts follow a separate announcement by Bersatu President Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin on Facebook earlier today that the party had quit the PH coalition on Sunday. This was after surprise talks over the weekend between politicians from Bersatu, UMNO, PAS and the PKR breakaway led by Datuk Sri Azmin Ali to discuss the formation of a new coalition to replace the PH government. Mahathir did not disclose the reason for his decision, and many speculate that he played a role in the drama. However, sources told The Edge that Mahathir decided to exit the party he founded because he is against working with UMNO. PH leaders including PKR President Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim and DAP Sekjen Lim Guan Eng have also absolved him of the plot. With Bersatu's exit and the exodus of 11 MPs in PKR earlier today, PH lacks the simple majority to remain as the federal government. As the political intrigue continues to unfold, Bank Negara says it is monitoring the current conditions in the financial markets. While ringgit movements will continue to be market-determined, the central bank says its market operations will ensure sufficient liquidity and orderly financial market conditions. Based on Bloomberg data, the ringgit weakened to 4.2262 against the US dollar at the time of writing, compared with 4.1915 yesterday. The local currency also weakened past the 3 ringgit mark against the Singapore dollar for the first time in about 2 weeks. Meanwhile, the FBM KLCI wasn't spared from the uncertainty, already reeling from a confluence of factors which also include the COVID-19 global outbreak and the lower crude oil prices. The index fell 2.69% to close at an 8-year low of 1,490.06 points. 4 billion shares worth 3.91 billion ringgit were traded today as investors closely watched Malaysia's political landscape. All but 4 component stocks ended in negative territory today. They are Top Glove Corp, Harta Lega Holdings, Petronas Gas and Hong Leong Financial Group. Datuk Sri Najib Razak's lawyers will not be calling a document expert to testify at the SRC International Trial. To recap, the former PM previously said that he could not be sure if the signatures on 13 documents presented to the court are his or are forgeries. Among the documents in question are the company minutes of 1MDB and a letter dated December 24, 2014, relating to transfer instructions by SRC. Last month, his lawyers requested that the court allowed a Dr. Stephen Strack from Australia to verify these documents and to be called as an expert witness for the defence. However, after Strack examined the documents, Najib's lawyers said they would not be calling the consultant to testify. They did not specify the reason for not using Strack's analysis and for not putting him on the stand during proceedings, but a letter cited by The Edge from Najib's counsel to Justice Muhammad Nazlan's chambers indicate that there was an issue with the expert's appointment. UEM Sunrise saw a 6-fold surge in fourth quarter net profit, mainly on the back of a gain from its divestment of the 412 St Kilda Road site in Melbourne. Earnings jumped to 126.25 million ringgit, while top line improved by 54% year-on-year to 1.16 billion ringgit. As for the fiscal year ended December 31st, UEM Sunrise says net profit fell 20% year-on-year to 223.8 million ringgit. Revenue, however, rose by some 42% to 2.91 billion ringgit, boosted by the partial settlement income of the Aurora Melbourne Central and Conservatory. According to UEM Sunrise Managing Director and CEO Anwar Shahrin Abdul Ajib, there is still 43 million Australian dollars pending settlement from both projects, with full settlement expected by year-end. As for its prospects, the group says that there are still specific opportunities for new launches and says it will roll out projects with a total GDV of 2 billion ringgit this year, focusing mainly on mid-market landed residences. It has a sales target of 2 billion ringgit, which includes the sale of industrial plots in the Southern Industrial Logistics Cluster. Serba Dynamic Holdings is in the final stage of the underwriting of a 1.2 billion ringgit Islamic syndicated financing with 5 Malaysian and foreign banks to refinance its existing loans and to fund its working capital requirement. HSBC Amanah Malaysia is the mandated lead arranger, book runner and underwriter for the facility. The engineering services provider says the 5-year syndication was oversubscribed by 67%, which enabled the company to increase the facility amount to 1.2 billion ringgit. According to Serba Dynamic Group Managing Director and CEO Tun Dr Mahathir Mohamad, the funds will be used to grow vertically and horizontally within the company, as it enables the group to expand its business and coverage.